It's like gunshots.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, Fear End is both myself and Will Neff.
Okay.
And soon to be Cutie Cinderella.
Wait, really?
March's podcast. Yeah.
I thought that was like a meme.
You picked that microphone up so quickly.
I did. I realized right away. I was like, this is not going to happen. I can't crouch like a...
You had that down there, and I was like, wow, that's impressive how you put that down there. Are the audio levels good when I'm afar?
monitoring it right now, but yeah, you just hold it.
Also, the second question is, how bad is the echo?
If we hold it this close, it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. Also, remember, your job performance relies on this. As a 1/3 owner of the podcast.
Damn, that's very nice. Yeah, this should sound okay. I mean, the echo's pretty terrible, but you know, you do what you do.
I'm monitoring the levels right now.
Okay.
All right.
We're waiting on Sykkuno to come up as well. But
Dude, he's a diva. Where is he at?
I don't know. We're just chilling.
I'm just always like, I'm ready to go. Whenever I turn out to a place, I'm like, I'm filming. I'm just
always
like, let's do
on.
it.
I'm ready.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. I
that.
feel like my on is not that impressive though, so maybe it's more impressive. You're very energetic. Like last time last time we hung out, I was impressed at how much you just, dude. You can talk.
Oh yeah, I love talking.
Yeah, I know you do.
I never shut the fuck up. It's kind of it's not great actually.
No, that's great for everything that you do. That's fantastic. That's what you need to do, right? Like that's your job. I feel like if you need me to stream for 13 hours and talk, I can do it. But dude, I don't know. It's like not good talking.
What we need you is wearing tighter Bruce Lee outfits as you use your cock to break 50 bricks in a row.
Why is this what you want to talk
No,
about?
let's just get started. Let's get right into it. Fuck the monetization. We're talking about Connor Dog Virginia's penis.
Well,
okay,
that's
right. Ladies and gentlemen, Fear and we're out here. We're in Tokyo. Oh, sorry about that. I apologize.
No, I'm kidding.
Sumimasen.
Dies of
That's
cringe.
right.
Dies of cringe.
He's not Daijobu right now, but let me tell you, I'm fucking Daijobu. I am on crack cocaine.
Okay, wow.
That's right. I snuck it in. The Japanese police have no fucking clue. I am doing crack cocaine in Japan. Why am I saying this?
Why are you saying this?
Because I want to get arrested.
I
and that's
live here. I don't...
My goal is to get arrested, so I stay here like forever.
Okay, well, I don't think you'll stay in a house as nice as this. That's for sure.
And then, well, that's true, but to be fair, Japanese prison probably is like a nice ass house in comparison to the American prison, which is like.
It's probably not as bad, but it's just like
Can't be.
I feel like we had the exact same discussion the last time we hung out, where I said it's pretty bad, and you were like, "No, American prison's way worse." And I think Japanese prison is bad. They just like probably don't do anything. They probably don't help you. They don't give you enough food. Probably it's pretty bad.
Yeah, well, regardless, that would still imply that I'm staying in Japan, which I'm on board with. Whatever it takes, okay? Whatever
why don't you
it
just
fucking
move
takes.
here then? Just like, why do you have to get arrested?
I don't
Too
know.
long?
It's like cooler. Yeah, it's like fast.
Okay, all right.
It's a fast pass.
Well, they just like they've changed the rules recently so that if you're wealthy, you can kind of just come in a lot easier. Which you're obviously not wealthy, right? Because that's
good for me, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. They did this whole song and dance. They were like, guys, we've made the visa requirements easier, and everyone was like, whoa, really? They're like, yeah. You just have to be really rich. And everyone was like, well, that's not helpful at all. That only applies to like a few thousand people at most.
Seems like that's called a PewDiePie provision.
Yeah, they changed it for him. They were like, let's make it happen. Yeah, it was like COVID as well. They had they eased the regulations to come into Japan if you were coming by private jet, which is
oh, thank God.
So yeah, you were good, right?
Wait. First of all, how the fuck do you fly into Japan with a private jet? You can't do that from America. Unless you have like Drake's private jet, which is a 747.
I mean, I've never flown a private jet, so I don't know, but I assume it's possible.
Private jets oftentimes are not as large as commercial
Right.
aircraft, so they don't have enough fuel to fly to Japan. I don't think you could do like a 12-hour flight on like a regular private jet.
I'm pretty sure PewDiePie did that. It must have been some kind of fancy one. I have no idea. It's all foreign to me.
Why do you know about how PewDiePie flew into the country?
He did the whole video about it, talking about how he has to get a private. Yeah, I'm just doxing.
I thought you just knew. I thought you knew because like you guys are homies. Be honest, you're tight. You're tight with him. You're tight with Pewds.
No.
You call him Felix.
No, everyone calls him Felix.
You call him Feely Feel.
No, okay, no.
Be honest. You're the godfather. You're the godfather of his child. Breaking news right here, right now. Connor Dog, Virginia.
What are you trying to get me into?
Godparent to
this is so
Felix
bad. No,
Kjellberg.
No.
I'm trying to disrupt the Gaijin network.
Why?
I don't know.
We have a good thing going on.
I know.
Let it be.
Do you guys? So I was saying this earlier on stream, but it's like, this is a meme, and or at least like this is something I've also observed with my black friends in America.
Yeah.
But in predominantly white spaces, when two black dudes see each other, they give each other a nod.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of like that in Japan, where white guys they see each other, they go, "So."
No, it's more of a disdain.
I was just about to say,
yeah.
but that's what I thought was going to happen. It's not. Every time, Japanese people are like looking up at me, like, what the fuck's going on here? What is this guy doing? But like fascinated.
Yeah.
White guys are like, ugh, fucking gaijin.
Yeah, but I think there's definitely that kind of aspect of like you moved out here and you're kind of like, you feel like you're something special. Because it's so different and so much harder to kind of live here than it would be in like if I moved from America to LA, right?
America to LA would be...
Sorry, the UK to America to LA. Yeah. Well, it's still very different.
Yeah.
If I moved from like London to LA, right? It's like it wouldn't be that steep of it. I think there's some kind of like people do want to feel a little special because I think a lot of people make it their whole identity around living here as well. So
you don't say.
So I think that there is that kind of thing where it's like you suck. You wouldn't know. But it's like when I took Ludwig out to some bars, and in certain it was like a touristy area which you should go and check out. It's really fun. You will not fit in any of the bars. They're very like cramped. I wouldn't really if I saw like tourists in there. I'd be like no, we'll go to a different one. Just because like. If you kind of want to, because he really wanted to experience like a conversation with Japanese people, and I was like,
dude,
okay.
he's so he's so fucking annoying. Oh my god!
But we did have a great time.
Bro, literally, when we were in San Diego, he would do that. Like,
wait, what?
Yeah, no, literally, he was
what?
like, dude, okay, we're at TwitchCon. Okay. In San Diego, which is like an hour away from where we live, literally.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker was like, yeah, let's go to like a local place. I'm like, bro, we're not in fucking Tokyo. Like, what do you mean a local place? So we did. We did go to a local place. And he loved like using scooters instead of like using Ubers.
Yeah, I do like the scooters. I know it's bad because they're terrible.
Scooting around. He was just like scooting around everywhere. And like we went to a local place and it was surrounded by like, fans. And so he didn't even get the local experience in San Diego, whatever the fuck that is. But I kind of want that too. My point is in Japan, I feel like that's acceptable.
Yeah. I mean,
so when are you taking me to a local bar?
You said you don't drink much there.
I'll fucking drink, dude.
Okay,
I'll drink.
Okay, yeah, Golden Guy. Yeah, there's some good bars. It's a very famous area where there's a ton of tiny bars shoved into this one like square block of streets.
Can we stream it?
You can. Some places won't let you in. Some places might. Mm-hmm. So you can try. It's pretty much you just ask. You just say, "Hey, is it okay if I come with the camera?"
How do you say that in Japanese?
Well, if you're streaming, you'd be like, "Sumimasen no haishin ii desu ka?" And then they'll be like,
"Haishin ii desu ka?"
Haishin is live stream.
Okay. Haishin ii desu ka?
Ii desu ka is like, "Is it okay?" Like, is it okay? And then
Sumimasen, haishin ii desu ka? Dude, come on. I'm hitting that like I'm doing voiceover work for
Jesus Christ.
For Crunchyroll, you know what I mean? Yeah. Indecipherable, indistinguishable from like a real Japanese person.
All right, damn, okay. Yeah, if you say that, some will be like, no. Most of them will say no, but occasionally you'll get some that like...
What do you mean if I say that I'm indistinguishable from a real Japanese person?
No, if you say live stream, they'll all say who. If you do that, they'll be like, "I'm sorry, what? Can you speak Japanese, please?" Yeah, but a lot of them will say no, but occasionally you'll get people who are really chill and will say yeah. That's kind of how it is here. You just have to kind of a lot of trial and error, a lot of rejection. You get used to it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, they were everywhere we went today in like the wealthier business district. They were very chill with like live streaming. They didn't even think about it. I feel like it's almost like it's not a thing that happens often.
Yeah.
Whereas like in Los Angeles, people have made up their minds on whether it's allowed or completely not allowed. I felt like where we went to today was just like such a normie area that they were just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's if you're pointing the camera at yourself and you're not showing them, then I think that people don't care as much because they can clearly see that like the camera is looking at you. And they're way less stressed about that. I think if you pointed at them, there's obviously like grounds for them to be like, "Hey, can you stop? And can you get out of the store?"
Yeah.
But that's how it is here. You just got to not be a nuisance. I'm sure but it's hard because when you don't understand Japanese, you probably feel like, I know Ludwig said that. He was like, "Man, I feel like such an idiot all the time because I don't understand anything." But it's
Yeah.
fine. It's kind of hard to get used to it. But I've been here for 3 years, and there's still some things I fuck up. So it's a lot. It takes a while.
For me, I don't know. I mean, I get that anxiety a little bit, but I don't know. As a big dude, even in America, I don't want to be a nuisance. So I'm always like over the top, being courteous or trying to be courteous.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, get in. We already just started. You're right here. That's right.
I've never seen a podcast where they'll just start it.
This is we always do this. We always roll,
crazy.
dude. We always roll, baby. And there he is. We got Sykkuno in the building as well.
Hello.
That's right. Sykkuno, this is your first time in Japan. This is my first time in Japan.
both our first times.
We got Mr. Japan right here.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we went in order to
stream
understand
this
Japan
morning?
better. We went to a white guy.
But he
Just like
speaks
literally
it. He
everyone
speaks
else. Everyone else does. I speak like a little bit. I speak enough to get by.
A lot more than us, though.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah,
you
well,
were
that's
a lot more than
spitting,
us.
dude. The fucking Starbucks barista was like, "Oh my god." The Starbucks barista was like, "Nani?"
Okay.
She said "sugoi." She literally did say that. That's not
She
even
did
that's
say
on
that.
camera.
She said that. Yeah.
Whenever anyone speaks a little bit of anything, it sounds way more impressive when you don't understand it. That's why those YouTube videos of people speaking like barely anything is impressive and does well.
Why haven't you done that?
Because no one cares in Japan if you
You
speak
should
Japanese.
you should do one of those like white boy swag videos.
No, because it's like, all right, think about, okay, listen.
What is that guy's name? Like Shaolin or something?
Okay, let's flip it, right? If a Chinese guy comes to LA and starts speaking like mildly good English, no one's like, whoa,
Yeah,
this man speaks English.
Leave it to a Welshman
That
to
is true.
forget
That
about
is actually true.
colonialism and why English is considered the common language on the planet.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't fucking react. No one cares because it's like nice. We really appreciate that. In Japan, it's just like, but like, cool. Thank you for making an effort. Thank you for learning. That's great.
Damn, so you're saying like Japan literally is on the same wavelength as like Americans of being like, yeah, of course you're gonna speak Japanese, bitch.
Well, I think it's more.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck
Like
you
that.
mean?
Exactly like that. No,
Yeah.
I think it's just like they don't expect you to speak it, and when you do, they're like just pleasantly surprised. They're not gonna because they don't react. They're not
He's gonna
like,
go sugoi.
yeah, they're not gonna go whoa. You know, they're just kind of like damn, nice, thanks, man, appreciate it. You made my job easier. Occasionally, I've had like taxi drivers that have been like, oh my god, thank God. They're like, thank you for speaking Japanese. I'm like, I'm in Japan. I feel like I
It's just
should.
gonna make me anxious to ever
'Cause-
take a
'cause
taxi
they get,
now.
They get very they get very anxious sometimes.
Now me and Hasan are gonna be like, wait, if we take
You
a
can Uber.
taxi.
You can just Uber.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
is there a
Very-
reason you take taxis over Uber then? Or-
Because the Uber wait time is slow. It's like
He's got white boy swag. That's why he just like
I
he
still
wants to
don't know what
flex.
that
He wants to
means.
flex.
'cause
Like
I don't know
if
what
you
that
call an Uber,
means.
it might take 10 minutes to arrive, but every main road will have taxis constantly in Japan. It's like, okay, well,
you know, it's very similar to European cities as well. Like
Yeah.
Uber is worse off in European cities than taxis or just public transit in general.
Yeah.
We March and I went to the area that we went to by way of the subway, which you ironically said was actually like a really shitty stop.
Yeah, it was,
like
yeah.
not very
did
good
say
in
that.
comparison to everything else, but like it's
Yeah.
not very like centralized. I guess it doesn't have enough stops, but like for me, that experience was incredible
yeah.
because it's so clean, it's so quiet. Distinctly does not smell like piss, which is wild.
that
Like,
is a huge. Wait, it doesn't.
no,
I've
not
taken
even.
public transit in San Francisco. The BART, it's called.
Yeah.
Smells really, and when it rains, it's really, really bad.
Yeah, it's not good. And
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you kind of just get used to it. Like after a year or so of just doing it, you kind of stop realizing how special it is, and you just become like, this is like normal.
yeah, you should never stop feeling like it's special. Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, when I go back to the UK and I try and get the trains, and they just don't work. And I'm
I
like,
love
okay.
that, dude. Even UK is like incredible in comparison to Los Angeles.
Anything's incredible to Los Angeles.
Yeah, I don't think Los Angeles has anything. It has your own car. I think it's.
Yeah,
It
I
does,
that
but
really
it's
all you
like
got?
very bad because it's not. It doesn't go everywhere. It's not on time ever. It's just like super underfunded.
I did realize when I was in LA, I was like, God damn, like there's like, you know, if you don't have a lot of money in Japan or the UK, you can still kind of get around and it's not bad. But in LA, I was like, shit, you're
Yeah, you
done.
pretty much
You're
need your own
cooked.
car, or you can take expensive Ubers.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It was insane.
it's pretty crappy.
Not a fan of the tipping, that's for sure.
Oh
Not a
yeah,
fan.
yeah,
That's
that's
so funny.
Not a fan.
Yeah, I'm so
same.
used to it. I don't give a shit at this point. But like, yeah, in other places where they like actually have living wages, for the most part, you're not expected to.
I mean, wages aren't great here.
Yeah, but
Connor said they're all poor.
No,
Not
I
poor,
didn't-
not poor.
I didn't
He
word
said-
it like that.
He
What
said
the
none of
fuck?
them.
Call
he
him out,
said-
Sykkuno. Finally,
okay,
like-
his words were none of
They're
them
fucking
make
broke
a lot
boys.
of money.
Yeah, you don't. And like
he
taxes,
said they're fucking broke boys.
I was like, Omega law? No. And taxes are like disgusting here.
Oh, God.
Taxes are so bad here. So even when you do get money, you get taxed out the ass from like tons of different things.
What's
Well-
the highest tax?
Like 55%.
In California,
Well,
by a
'cause
little
you
bit.
get like income tax, and then you have residence tax, which is all like tacked on, which is also income. It's all fucked.
So the reason why people like make less money in countries like Japan or in countries like the UK in comparison to the United States is because they do have higher taxes.
Yeah.
But also with higher taxes come better amenities, which is why you can live on wages that you would otherwise consider to be impossible
for
to
sure,
live
for sure.
in the United
Yeah.
States of
The
America.
taxes in California are actually almost the same at about 50% for the maximum.
It's
so
exactly the hilarious part about it is that like even when you live in a place like California, you're still paying like European social democracy taxes, but you're just getting zero amenities
Yeah.
for the most part, which makes it not great. But I'm rich, so I don't give a fuck. Like, no,
Where I grew
Yo,
up,
is this behind the
Where I
paywall?
grew up in the UK, there was like we had a bus that would turn up every hour, and maybe it would show up on time, and most of the time it just didn't. So it was kind of like if you didn't have a car where I grew up, it was just fucked.
it's like that in the States too.
Yeah,
Took
yeah.
a bus once and it broke down.
And it's expensive.
And
it was
yeah,
it was a
wasn't
lot as
cheap
well.
either.
and by the way, to
Well,
clarify,
you can
like
kind of
the,
just hop on and not pay sometimes if you
Oh no way, you
do
couldn't do
some
that in
weird
Wales.
stuff in.
There's like 4 people. It's obvious you got on the
Wait,
bus.
actually?
Yeah. it's-
Oh
dude,
God. Okay.
the rest are sheep, so
Yeah,
they're
it's
like
sheep.
you're
There's
the
just sheep
only
going on.
non-sheep here. What the fuck? No, what I meant by like I'm rich, I don't give a fuck is like well in California, if you're the highest tax bracket, it doesn't matter because like you're not taking advantage of the amenities regardless.
Right.
I just wish that like they would still offer something for people who need those amenities.
Yeah. I mean, health insurance is pretty good here. You get it with your employer.
Ours is pretty good too if you give it enough
yeah, if you
money.
pay. Yeah.
yeah, like if you pay a lot, it's good.
I mean, one of the concerns that a lot of friends have here is that, there's a lot of skepticism about if medicine and general, I suppose the way you get treated here is good. There's a lot of horror stories, a lot of doctors that maybe don't want to, because they're very risk averse in Japan. They never want to take risks. So maybe surgeries they should do, they won't because they don't want to
they're
risk
afraid
it.
of messing something up.
Yeah,
or-
yeah. But and also,
What do they do? You just like say nope.
they'll
sucks
always
to
choose
suck.
the most conservative way of doing it, and they'll often
Which sometimes
wait.
is better.
Which is
but-
sometimes better, because they don't overprescribe medicine. If anything, they underprescribe. Like you'll be in I've heard a lot of friends who've had surgery who are in searing pain, and they won't give you anything. And procedures that would normally be performed under anesthesia or in any normal country, in Japan they'll be like no. Like if you had like a catheter.
They just
That's crazy.
They just put a fucking towel in your mouth. You go bite into
Well,
it.
if you had like a friend of mine he had to get a catheter tube put up his thing, no painkillers.
What?
Is that for like the
Nothing.
peeing or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah,
Some people do pay for that privilege.
Well, in America, you pay to win, right?
It's called
It
sounding.
really is pay to win.
What you're describing.
I just found out about this like a
What
week
you're
ago.
describing is
I
a
don't know.
sexual
No.
act, also
No.
known as
What?
sounding. Do not Google that.
I found this out about a
I
week
had
ago.
it planned on it.
I found this out about
Actually,
a week ago.
Google it.
It's
It's when you
disgusting.
take like that fucking the what is it? A metronome? March. You're a music guy. What's the
What?
thing that you
Things
like?
like your dick, right?
Like it's like a.
A triangle?
No, it's not a triangle. It's like a stick that you put through your
A
urethra.
tuning fork.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Wait, you put through what?
You take a tuning fork and you put it through your cock.
It's so nasty.
From
Yeah,
the
it's
from
awful.
literally
Strange.
the dick
So,
hole.
Back on health, remember when we came off the airplane and they were telling us how expensive it would be
Yeah.
if we got injured? Well,
No, it's not. That's bullshit.
They,
Well, we
they were
actually
no.
didn't know
They were
how
trying to
much
sell
money it was.
insurance. That's why.
Yeah,
So
we didn't know
the-
how much money it
No,
was.
it's nothing. It's not much.
It's
Like,
just 750 yen.
750K or something. That's a lot of money.
that's like 6,000 USD.
That's a lot of money.
750,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what it said.
They said if you broke your ribs
you
plus
get hit
broke
by-
your neck and got
Dude,
hit
that's
by
like
a car.
free in America. $6,000 for all that. That's
Okay,
just
that
a-
was-
that's
here's the
just a
thing.
step
Here's the
in the
thing.
goal.
Here's the
Crazy.
thing. That was actually so. One thing that people don't understand is that Japan is also hyper capitalist. Yes, there's a lot of amenities and whatnot, but they certainly do love their private.
Oh, there's a lot of pay to win stuff here.
Yeah, there's a lot of pay to win here.
the
There's a
claw
lot of private
machines.
shit.
Claw machines.
Wait, really? You can pay to win those?
Well, I assume if you swipe enough,
if
you'll
you
win.
if you put enough money in, you can start asking them just for help. But
We
no.
should go gamble.
We can go do claws.
Like
wanna
with a
do
claw
that.
machine,
Pachinko.
or you mean?
Oh, you want to do pachinko?
Wait, what's
Shit's
the difference?
boring.
What
does
is?
look
I don't even know
boring.
what it is.
Claw machines aren't gambling.
That's
it's
the one where you just drop the thing and just goes down.
yeah, it's just like a ball.
You literally just see your
Shit.
money drop down into the drain.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of pay to win aspects of Japan. You know, whenever I go to anything that's medical, they'll be like, "Hey, we can give you like the wooden teeth implant covered by your insurance, or we can give you like an actual good one. It's gonna cost." I'm
I
like,
didn't know wooden teeth.
I'm kidding.
was
I'm kidding. Like every time I've gone to the
I got the George Washington.
every time I've gone to the doctor here or dentist or anything, they always the first thing they'll be like is like, "This thing's covered by your insurance, but nobody gets that. It's cringe. Get this thing." And I'm like,
It's cringe.
They're not even. They're
Your
not
doctor's
even
a
steering you
fucking
wrong.
zoomer. It's cringe, you Connor.
dude, they prescribe like so much useless medicine as well. I mean, I don't know. They get because they prescribe Chinese medicine a lot of the time here as well.
Yeah, is that cringe?
alongside- They'll give me like 5
Connor said
packets
Chinese
of
medicine is cringe. That's
'cause
crazy.
They'll give me like an actual medicine that's like I can Google it and it's good, and then they'll give me like 5 things that's like they like brew this in tea and drink it, and I'm like, what? Why?
Oh, they do like holistic. So
Yeah.
they do
Wait,
like
yeah,
a
I've seen that
mixture.
before.
Yeah, and I'm
I
like, what the
kind of
fuck
fuck
is
with that.
I just,
I
just
like
give me
that.
the
Does it
drug, give me the
work?
pills, man. Give me something I can feel naughty about.
This
you
is
know?
why you're gaijin. Okay,
This
this is like
this is why.
that's not very daijobu of you.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess. So.
Is this kind of seating like common here? I feel like my
the
back
deep one?
posture is slowly getting worse and worse.
Oh yeah, this
Like,
shit
the more-
sucks. I hate it, but
the
you get
more
used
I'm
to it. You get
sitting
used to
here.
it.
Yeah, I blew my fucking back out already, but
I
it's
think
fine.
my back posture is just getting worse and worse from this.
I'm taking a shitload of painkillers that I got over the counter, so we're fucking
Yeah, I saw him do
cracked
it.
out.
I saw him do it.
I'm just.
Is there any kind of foods you really want to try while you're here? I'm curious.
Dude, Wagyu, okay? I want Wagyu. I want to fucking bite into the ass of a I want to go to Kobe, okay?
Okay.
And I want to fucking bite into a cow's ass.
You know, actually,
Do they let you do it if you pay
Sounds
to win?
insane.
I was actually going to tell you. Yeah, probably. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, that does sound a
Maybe
little
if you
crazy.
buy the cow first.
Yeah, I feel like
and
that's
then
If you buy
they
the whole-
consider that like a very illegal thing to do.
I pretty. They don't even let you near
I would
them.
assume they. Yeah, I would assume they would.
You know, the best beef is not actually in Kobe though. There's another area that's won the beef Olympics multiple times because they have
Which
that.
one is it?
I
it's,
love that.
It's called. It's in Miyazaki. It's in Kyushu. It's way further down. And every 5 years they have the beef Olympics where every area will send their.
Is that where the olive one is? The olive Wagyu? Isn't that like a thing?
That's the thing as well. Yeah. I think I don't know where they grow that one, but they send. You know, every region will send their best. Their
best
fighter.
cows.
It's
Dog,
like
we're
send
talking
your
yeah,
finest
Dog, I feel
beef.
like if you go to any A5 in Japan is going to be better than anything
no,
you
of course,
eat in
of course.
America. Like,
Yeah, I mean, most of the beef you'll eat here is imported. So like all the good stuff is like the Wagyu is like that's all the cows they grow, but a lot of meat they import: chicken, lamb,
Yeah.
beef. So much of it's imported from like Ireland, Australia.
wait, really?
Yeah, so much. Yeah.
Wait, I thought the food, the meat quality here is like excellent in comparison to other countries. I did not realize that they like fucking straight up. That's
like
crazy.
that's like if it's the good stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
if like obviously fish is the thing they care most about in terms of like, you know, if you go to the shittiest sushi place, you'll get great sushi, like way better quality than anything you'll get in America or the UK, obviously, for way cheaper. But meat, you know, a lot of the cheap meat that you get is imported. But the really nice stuff, the Wagyu, all that's all Japanese.
Yeah, that's what I want. That I want the fucking katsu sando. I want the
Okay, yeah, you should go to. There's a store in
Didn't
Shibuya
you
called.
have, you had
Maisen.
one of those this morning.
well.
You gotta have a good one.
The sandos
Like,
I had
not
is
like
like
the fancy
7-Eleven
one, but
shit.
like-
Which, by the way, speaking of sandos, I got one that I want you and all of us to try.
I do not want to try it.
It's a pineapple kiwi one.
You
which-
have
don't
it
wanna
here.
try
You
that.
have it here.
Yeah, I do have it here. We'll bring it out in a second, and we'll try it out
It's
together.
fucking awful. Why would I want that?
Dude,
It's,
you never had it.
It sounds like it's the best flavor.
Yeah,
Hasan told me it's a traditional Japanese, the
Yeah.
classic flavor.
yeah.
It's not the classic.
Everyone
not?
loves it in Japan. Apparently,
They hate sandwiches so much that they just started putting cream and fruit in it. It's disgusting.
Wait, that's exactly what it is.
yeah, that is. What,
I think that's
it's
exactly
so
what.
gross. It's so nasty.
Yeah,
and they cut the crust off. I hate that.
You like the
I
crust?
love the crust.
That's weird, bro.
That's
What
the
the
best
fuck?
part. Because then you get like that little tug, you get that little bite when you bite into the
I
sandwich.
mean, I don't dislike the crust, but it's not like something I look for.
Yeah, what the fuck? It's
got-
like
well,
something you
hold on.
abide by. You're like, whatever.
You
It's-
Americans don't know
It's kind of
bread.
like if it's there, it's there. If it's not, I'm not gonna go. out of
That's
my way.
crazy that you said you prefer the crust. That's weird.
Crust is the best part.
You'd
of
be
the
like
bread.
bullied in high school if you were like, "Give me the crust, please."
Well, that's America.
I want
That's
the
America.
crust.
You guys
I want
don't
the
know
crust.
bread. You
I
guys
want
don't
the
know
crust.
bread. Yeah, you should feel at home here because the bread's also shit too. You should be enjoying it.
What
Okay.
the fuck?
Okay.
I watched. I'll have you know, sir. I watched Paolo's Panko factory, owner video, and it seems like the bread is excellent.
The bread's
okay?
trash here. It's so bad.
That's crazy. Actually, you're right. Asian cultures, for the most part, I feel like their bread is.
They
is
don't know
lacking.
how to do bread or cheese.
Yeah.
It's like and chocolate. as
Their
you
bread's
found out.
like the chocolate that we had.
I know cheese isn't super.
Cheese is so bad here. So bad.
It's weird because like if you go a little bit more west, like Mongolia and onward, all the way to fucking Turkey,
Yeah.
all the Turkic cultures,
Yeah.
incredible cheese. Because
Oh, yeah,
like we
yeah.
grew up with cheese. You put not even cheese, but like yogurt. We
Yeah.
put it in everything. Like all the nomadic tribes that.
I mean, it was also just I guess in that kind of geo area, it's like, how do you preserve all the milk you had? You
Yeah.
just turn it into cheese because it lasts forever as cheese.
Speaking of which, we got some stuff here.
Okay.
Our homeowner graciously left us like
Some fruits.
Yeah, Eastertown fruits. Yeah, yeah.
The expensive fruits.
This is a very, very Japanese thing.
bro, fruits have fucking cards that come with them like
Are
Pokemon.
these
What
like
the
the
fuck
good
is this?
fruits? Like, do you know these or?
No, I have no idea what this is, but like it's very common, right? Because in Japan, there's a lot of anxiety about everything. And so what's the, if you're buying someone a gift, it's like, oh my God, I don't know what they need, right? But what's the one
you
thing
get 'em
everyone...
fruit.
So you get them fruit because everyone's like, well, everyone knows fruit's expensive. Everyone knows it's high quality and, they'll eat it. So you don't have to worry if it'll go to waste or if it's a bad gift because they'll probably eat it.
This
feel like the
chocolate
way
was
they
dog
packaged
shit. I will tell you that right now. The Sykkuno
Wait, let me
chocolate,
try some.
I ate all of it.
You ate all of it.
I ate all the
So
chocolate.
no one else is gonna be able
I
to
tried
contest.
one. It was
I
bad. It was
saved
bad.
you.
It was
okay.
I
bad.
saved you. I saved you the,
No, I believe you.
the
I just
trouble.
You're
don't
so
like-
honorable eating all the chocolate.
Thanks
what,
for taking
What were we
that
going
for
to do
us.
before you ate that
know.
chocolate? I just
I
saw
don't
a man
know
sitting
how
there.
I
Don't worry,
would've
I have the
known
kiwi
it.
and pineapple sando for you, which
I'm full,
you.
actually.
I'm
Yeah,
ready to
full.
try. I'll try. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll try anything.
This is a massive apple. Look
So,
at this
yeah, I
I
was
feel like
gonna
the way
say,
they
like-
package this means it's expensive.
Yeah,
right.
I've
Like,
seen
this
it. I've
looks-
seen like videos of everything,
That is a huge
and I
apple.
do want to try it. Like I want to try
I
it if
saw
there's.
Toast
This
do
is
his
what a
video.
normal sized hand. I'll
Do
hold
we-
it because in his
Marsh,
hands
if you
it
can
doesn't
bring
look
us
like
like a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
knife
Like in his hand, it
and
looks
a
small.
plate, and we'll try it. This is
That's massive.
This is like an incredibly expensive apple. I think what is it called? You asked your friend how much it was.
Yeah, it's
the box is $30 for fucking
Each one of these
4
fruits
fruits.
is like around like $8.
Yeah, which is
Just
honestly
around
the
$8
cheapest.
which is
Cheaper.
crazy because this
That's
is
on the
the
cheaper end.
perfect apple.
Yeah.
Like it is perfectly spherical. Okay, like I don't know how to. It has a sticker on it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks just like an apple you'd see in like one of those staged.
Yeah, which
You
is
know.
why I'm excited to try it out.
It's gonna taste like an apple.
Do you think it'll be better than a regular,
No.
like just the apple we go to the grocery store? It's like $1.
Maybe slightly better,
like-
but like marginally. Like not like 500% increase on price.
But it'll be better.
I
Like,
think it's more so
noticeably
the shape of it that makes it so expensive. Because like remember, fruits. There's a lot of probability at play there when you're
Yeah.
growing fruits.
I've seen a square watermelon.
So
You
yeah,
ever see that?
I've never had one.
I've never had one.
You've never
either,
had it?
but I
No,
saw.
I don't
it.
even know. I've never seen them for sale.
there's like seedless ones too.
Yeah. Oh wow, here we
Thank
go.
you, sir.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Take this off.
Is Azan gonna cut it up?
Yeah.
Arigato.
Azan.
Did I do that right?
Yeah, it was good.
I
yeah.
feel like Hassan's got a cool name. Azanabi. Azanabi. Isn't that cool to say?
Wait, yeah. What do you do in that situation? My name is Hasan. Hasan-san? Like what the fuck?
no, you
Hassan-san?
don't call yourself San.
No, I mean.
But if someone else had
Yeah, they'll
called
say
him
like
it.
Hassan-san,
Yeah. Hasan-san.
which is actually kind of a mouthful.
Yeah.
Or normally, if you're being very, very formal, they'll say your last name. They'll be
It
like,
seems like
I'll
a
be
very sharp knife.
Does
All
it?
right.
Seems like a knife.
Can we zoom in on Hassan cutting this? Oh, that didn't seem safe, but
Like Zeus cracking open a small child's head.
most people put it on the flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure you don't hurt yourself somehow, kind of thing.
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
And then a lot of people like to cut out that center, like diagonal.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
I don't know if I'm describing this. I'm just trying to. Like Hunter, how many times do you think Hasan has cut an apple?
I feel like you've never cut an
That
apple.
is
before.
what I was gonna
This is the first
say.
time I've ever cut an apple.
That is
I'm
what
not
I was
eating
gonna
it.
say,
Or you
but I
just
didn't
bite
want
into it,
to
or you just don't eat apples.
I don't eat any fruit whatsoever. I hate fruit.
I'm a veg guy myself.
What?
I'm a vegetable guy.
I don't eat much
myself.
fruit either.
I
but,
eat
like,
vegetables, but not fruit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I almost cut my finger.
R.I.P. Hassan's hands, dude.
Oh God. Oh, yeah, it's 4 pieces. Yeah, we'll just give me a little.
Oh.
Don't want him to hurt
Trying to
himself.
grab that bottom one. There we go.
Thanks.
All right, itadakimasu. That was good. Right?
That was good. That was good. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. This is normal. This is so normal.
I mean, it's a good apple though.
This is literally just a normal
This
apple.
is so normal.
It 100% is the price that it is because of its shape and color. Because it looks good on a. When you.
I mean, it's a good apple. It's a good apple. I don't know if it's worth.
It's a juicy apple. It's a good apple. It's very girthy. That's probably important. I'm telling you, it's the size
Are we
and
gonna
the
be
shape.
trying all of these?
No.
Okay.
No. That's for the Patreon paywall content. Where we're going to try it
Okay.
naked in the onsen.
Okay. Where?
What?
Do you have an onsen?
Sure.
That's
the
not
little
an onsen,
sauna.
it's
The
just a
little
bath.
sauna thing.
It's legally to be an onsen has to have a bunch of minerals and stuff. They're very strict about it.
Legally, it does have a
The
bunch of
minerals. It's all about the
bunch
minerals.
of bunch of naked salarymen. Their
Well,
fucking
that too,
dongs
that
hanging
too.
out.
One time I was in a hotel and I was like, "Oh, where's the onsen at?" And she freaked out. She's like, "No, it's not an onsen. It's just a center, which means public bath." And I was like, "Okay." I was just kind of asking where the bath was at. I don't know why they really care about it. I went in an acid one time. It was a pH of 2.
What? An acid one?
It was a very like sulfuric onsen, and when you come out of the bath, like your skin goes already pink, and all the oil gets stripped. So like you touch your
why-
skin like this, and you just like it won't move because there's no oil, like no natural
So
oil.
why
left.
did you
is
want
that a
to
good
do
thing?
that? Like, is this good? Yeah.
I just figured, fuck it, like why not? That's probably like the deepest cleanse I'll ever have in
I'll
my
just
life.
step in some acid.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'll just
Yeah,
go step in
you're
some
not-
When I
acid.
came out, his like you could see his like red fucking muscle and
Everything,
sinew.
like the top layer of like thin oil and skin just gets destroyed.
It's like one of the Titans from Attack on Titan.
yeah,
Yeah.
steaming,
Like,
steaming and acidic.
Steaming and skins off.
It was
like,
cool. I mean, it was a
Wow.
nice bath.
You
It was
just
outside
brought
in
up
the snow.
anime, which is of course
Oh.
an important subject.
Let's sort
my
of Connor
God.
specialty.
It's
sort
not
of.
mine.
Yeah.
Out of
Little
the
bit.
Trash Taste podcast, I know the least.
Gonna take this.
I know the least
You want-
about
you want
anime.
this? You want
No,
me
no,
to
no.
cut it?
You go. You go. All you.
We're good.
I'm not a big Apple guy. It's too starchy.
Yeah,
Too filling.
you are a anime connoisseur, an otaku, if you will.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you're not an otaku.
Do you have a whole podcast?
We don't talk about anime. We never talk about it. We do.
People
it's
say
all about
after the
anime.
5th episode they stopped talking about anime. The name of the podcast is Trash Taste. I'll be on it as well. I'll be
you.
coming out later.
Why was the name
know.
Trash Taste?
It'll be out in a while.
I'll be
Why
out
did
in
you
a
name it
while.
Trash Taste because you have bad taste, or
Yeah, because we all have terrible opinions.
What's your worst opinion on anime?
My worst opinion?
Yeah,
Shit, I gotta think about anime you might know
you
about.
secretly like lolly. Okay.
No.
What's next? No. What's the second worst?
Have you seen 86? I didn't like 86. I said it was bad,
No.
and people didn't like that. People got really angry.
what is 86?
It's a political anime about.
Oh, that was initial D.
Uh,
Like the 86 initial
no,
D.
no, no, oh yeah, I guess so.
What is a political anime?
It's about how there was a civilization that was at war, and they didn't realize they told the civilization that the people were fighting, that mechs were fighting for them.
You're
But it was-
literally describing Attack on Titan.
yeah, but it was literally just people in the like a different race of people fighting in these robots. They didn't want to let them in the city, and they made them fight in the robots.
You want to know something that I always say that I 100% believe is like truthful, and yet it freaks anime people out?
What?
Attack on Titan is a mecha anime.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
I'm
it's
willing.
not.
Okay,
No,
the
it's
lolly thing
not.
was a
That's
joke. The
wrong.
lolly thing was a joke. I will debate Trash Taste on this.
I mean, I guess they're sort of
I will come on your
piloting the
podcast and debate
Titan,
it.
I guess.
I have
but
PowerPoints ready to go.
You know what mech means, right?
PowerPoints.
Yeah, a mecha.
Mecha, as in like a
flat-
mechanical,
okay.
a
Here-
mechanical.
No. Listen.
mech.
Listen.
Hassan was ready for this. You can
I'm
tell
ready
by
for
the
this.
look on his
Okay,
face.
alright.
He was
Should I-
ready for this response.
Should I wait for your
No,
podcast?
dude,
You
do
can wait
it,
till Trash
do it.
Taste if you want to save it. Yeah,
I'm just
we
gonna
get
give
it.
you some of the talking points ahead of time.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, what about Evangelion then?
That's a mecha anime
Interesting.
because they're mechs.
That's really interesting you say that because they are also organic.
But they're mainly robotic. Robotic, you know.
Interesting.
Like if the
Attack on Titan is a flesh mecha.
no, it could be a flesh mecha.
Yeah, it's a flesh mecha. It's a mecha anime. Conceptually speaking, it is a mecha anime in the same exact way that like Gundam.
Did you start your like Twitch career talking about anime and then it wasn't working out and then you're like, fuck, I'm gonna pivot to something I can.
No, but
I'm so outrageous. I could survive in politics.
Okay, to be fair,
I can't. My shit takes
to
on
be
less
fair,
than anime.
to be fair, like that is my one like weeb-like quality is that I just have these opinions and they're very strongly held.
Are you afraid to admit you're a weeb?
I'm not a weeb. I don't know why you're saying that.
You are a fucking weeb.
Dude,
You're sitting here talking to
that's
me about
disgusting that you
the
just said
nuance of mecha anime. There's nothing weebier than mech anime.
He's out of his mind. He's just saying that I am so cool and not a weeb at all.
What's wrong with admitting you like anime? I don't understand. Like, just admit you like anime. Just say you like anime.
I don't even like it. I watched it at gunpoint. People are forcing.
You tell me you watched Vinland Saga. You watched. You were naming off shows like a lot. Like you have to be an anime fan.
Trigun remastered
Nobody
is really
watches
good.
Trigun unless they're an anime fan.
Dude,
You know what I
it
mean?
is so good.
You're a weeb. You're a fucking weeb.
No,
you're a
what?
weeb.
You're getting this out of
You're
me.
a weeb.
It's
This
weird.
is why you came to Japan. Okay, you tell me if the Crunchyroll Anime Awards was hosted in like I don't know Thailand, you'd go. No, you wouldn't go because it's in Tokyo. Let's go.
Well, I don't know what you're talking
Not to
about.
bash on Thailand. Thailand's amazing. I'm just trying to name a city.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
I would
See?
definitely go.
See?
No, I wouldn't because I'm not an anime fan.
You are an anime
There you
fan.
go. I wouldn't go.
You are an anime.
I would
fan.
not go because I'm not a fan of anime. I am not Daijobu.
You're such a weeb. It's okay. You're in the home of the weebs. You're allowed to admit it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. It's such a cliche, but also yes, 100%. No, it's a meme. It's a meme. I joke about how I'm not a weeb, even though.
You certainly are.
Yeah,
a weeb.
you want to cut it? Okay.
Damn.
Why
Must be
are
a good apple.
What are you doing? You're just leaving.
Must be a good apple.
Sykkuno just
man.
left. He's just left to eat the apple off camera. He'll be back soon. He doesn't think it's worth
fine.
a markup, but it's a good
None
apple.
of the fruits are worth the markup.
No.
Ever.
Where were we talking about? Oh yeah, I'm not a weeb, and it's it's fine that you're just saying that because like you want me to be cringe like
What do you think is the top 3 anime?
I actually don't know. I was thinking about this because Lud I think was like winning, like he was gonna get toys for everybody or something. Like he asked me like, what are your top 3 anime?
he was doing my crane game video against YouTubers and
And
crane
he
games.
fucking did not give me anything, I don't think. Because I told him my top 3 are like pretty basic. I said Samurai Champloo.
Okay. Good choice.
I said Cowboy Bebop, obviously.
Okay, good choice.
And then, what was the other one? What? No, I wouldn't say Full Metal. Full Metal
You're
is
such
great.
a weeb.
Full Metal is great, but I wouldn't say it's on my top. I think, what do I really like? I think I said Mob Psycho, but he was like,
Mob Psycho's good.
I like Mob Psycho. What else? But it wasn't in my top 3. I can't remember my.
They didn't have any of these figures, and
They had none of these figures.
Well, it was mainly all Dragon Ball, Rem. Rem is always available, which is good because I like Rem.
Rem?
Rem from ReZero. Do you know ReZero?
No.
You know the blue head anime maid you see everywhere?
No.
She always, in the crane game places, she always has a figure. Doesn't matter what time of year, what anime's hot, she always has a section because she just sells. And also, obviously, Chainsaw Man. There's so many Chainsaw
Oh, I
Man
said
stuff.
Attack on Titan was my last one that
That's
I said.
a good choice. Oh, you like Attack on Titan? Is it because it's super political?
Yeah, I mean, I like it because it's the only mecha anime that I can like actually enjoy watching. I actually hate mecha animes.
Yeah, I mean, mecha is probably one of the least popular categories because it's often very drawn out, very political.
I do like the politics though.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the most political of most of the anime genres because like slice of life is like nothing, and most shonen doesn't have any.
Yeah, just like people being perverted and killing demons.
Yeah,
that sort of
that's
thing
normally
for the
how it
most
is.
part.
Yeah, it's like titties and superpowers.
Yeah.
Are the 2 things. So those things do really well in Japan.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, it does. I like it. Like,
It's crazy, right? Because like Chainsaw Man is considered like a show for like teenagers and kids, and that
Yeah.
shit is like horny.
Yeah,
If that was if like I feel like if American politics actually figured out what anime was, we'd be having like Senate meetings being like, in Chainsaw Man, Makima lets Denji touch her boobs. Is this really what we want our kids to be watching? Is this You know what I mean? Like,
It's good. It's good that they're not.
Dude,
They're not
if
talking about
they
that.
they would lose it. They see video games. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean that's partially what a lot of like weebs in America say they like anime over, because like they're like, oh, it's not corrupted by Western liberalism. Like that's why I like it, because it's not liberal bullshit. And it's like, yeah, you're just a pervert, dog. Like like you're just saying like you want like an anime possibly made by a pedophile, like convicted. Well, not really convicted, but like a pedophile. That's what you like about this. It's fine.
Well,
Not fine.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few famous cases where stuff like that has happened.
Yeah, wasn't Rurouni Kenshin's like author?
I'm not too familiar with it, but I believe so. I don't know though. I didn't keep up with it much. Like there was a recent really popular manga that got cancelled called Act Age. It was about like acting, and like they turned it into like a battle manga. It was about acting and auditioning and stuff. And then the guy, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, he either sexually harassed someone on a train or tried to do something, and then they just cancelled the manga.
That's it?
They
For
just-
sexual harassment on the train? I'm surprised.
It might have been. I think it was pretty much. I don't know if
Folks,
it was worse.
Japan is going
we gotta
woke.
fact check it.
Japan is going too woke,
Well,
okay?
there is-
Somebody needs to stop this.
There is like weird double standards. Like a voice actor in. Have you seen Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yes.
The main bad guy. He, I believe, is not. They're not reprising his role because he found out that he was cheating on his wife or something.
Oh, that's, I mean,
like obviously not great. But
Yeah,
but they let
that's
other
fine.
crimes kind of slide, and it's kind of weird how they decide. Well, I say other crimes, not even a crime, but it's obviously not socially acceptable.
oh, you're saying they actually are firing him.
They're firing him because he cheated. on
That's
his-
crazy. They were
Yeah.
like, you cheated on your wife with an adult woman, you're fired.
Which I want to point out, and you may not know this about Japan, but like I don't know if this is all of Asia, but Japan has like a really weird cheating culture, where cheating is kind of like, I suppose in our Western sense, it would be considered cheating, but sometimes they don't see it as cheating. It's really weird. It's such a bizarre conversation. Sometimes, because a lot of men will go to soaplands, if you know what that is, and they don't see that as cheating.
What is it?
Soapland, it's a kind of a brothel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, there's so much weird stuff to talk about.
No, I love this, dude. Give me more of this shit.
Yeah, because in Japan, prostitution is illegal.
It's legal.
Is illegal.
Oh, it's illegal.
But there's just so many ways to get.
Is
Like,
it
also,
illegal in
like-
like most places?
there's a lot of places you can get it, and they advertise it.
It's really interesting because, like, I mean, escorting, which is like technically a form of sex work, is also like revered though at the same time. No, like geishas they're not. It's not sexual, but
yeah, geishas are, but even I think modern geisha are, from my understanding, don't do any of that kind of stuff anymore.
yeah. No, it's more like a therapist almost, from what I understand.
They just entertain you.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be good at singing, dancing, and all that stuff, and then they just drink with you. And you pay a lot of money.
Have you done one of the things? Like, I wanted to see if I could like possibly stream it even.
Maybe I know they're very, very
Protective?
Yeah, very protective about everything with
Yeah.
anything to do that, and also they're normally booked up a lot, and they're very expensive. I'm like a lot of money, like at least 5 to 6 figures, I think.
Yeah.
To hire
Jeez,
one.
what? Wait, what?
Jesus.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, that's like yen.
this is
We're
what's
talking
around
yen.
No, in dollars. From my understanding, I've never even tried because I don't find the whole geisha aspect very interesting. It's not something I really care about much. Obviously,
I
it's
care
part
about
of
it
culture.
from. I mean, I'm very pro sex work. I care about the history of it. I care about the culture surrounding it. That's why I was like fascinated and wanted to
Yeah. Yeah.
possibly interview someone.
Just
He
interview.
just
No,
wants
no.
to interview her,
Just
yeah.
go to the soapland, just check it
Just
out.
to-
No,
Just check it
not
out.
like that. I mean, I've been to like I'm very open about this. Like, I've been to. I mean, I dated a porn. I dated a sex worker.
yeah.
So like, I'm very open minded about that sort of thing. I do think that like there needs to be regulation surrounding it.
Well,
definitely.
it's kind of like it's like a hush, don't talk about it in
Yeah.
Japan. Like they know it. Everyone knows it exists.
But you can
Everyone.
also hire like a friend for the day.
Oh yeah. I've done a video where I've rented a boyfriend for the day.
You rented a boyfriend for the
Rented
day.
the boyfriend for a day. Yeah.
How much
Kiss
was it?
you?
Wait, what?
No. No.
It's just he rented a boyfriend for the day. His name was Ludwig.
Yeah.
God.
We held hands. No. Yeah. I rented one. Because there was a company, the one that have you ever watched that Conan video?
Not the
Way,
kind
way
of video,
back.
but I have seen rent a boyfriend, rent a girlfriend videos in Japan. Yes.
Yeah, you can. They're pretty open about it. They'll
Yeah.
do it. It's kind of expensive. They'll hold your hand. They'll do all that stuff. My understanding is that, and this goes with like because they have host clubs as well, is that you can't explicitly pay for sex. But the expectation is that if you work and you keep hiring out their services for long enough,
It's like a sugar daddy.
eventually, it's like a whole weird thing. So I did a video where I worked in a host club as well, and I spoke to these guys.
You
I
asked them
asked
how much to fuck you.
No, I was because they're really candid, right? And when you meet someone who's really candid and open in Japan, it's very rare. So more often than not, it's like, okay, I'll take the opportunity. I'm just going to ask you everything, and anything you don't want to tell me, you just say no, right? And I asked the guy, I was like, so how does it work with like because the girls will come to the host clubs and they'll spend lots and lots of money. And more often than not, the guys will then take the girls out for dates a lot of the time. And he's like, yeah, sometimes if you have a client you really want to keep, you have to keep giving stuff in the hopes that they keep coming back. It's very predatory. It's very weird. It's so odd. Because their whole thing is they try and get you to fall in love with them, but they're still paying you. It's so odd. It's so odd.
Yeah, I mean,
Does
it's
sound
like
weird.
It's like I think
what's actually odd
yeah.
about it is that there's female clientele and the men are doing it because usually what you're describing is like sugar babies and sugar daddies. Like it's very commonplace even in America where prostitution is also illegal.
Yeah.
and like way more illegal than Japan is, I would
Yeah.
say, in the sense that, well, I guess there's strip clubs. Do they have strip clubs here?
Yeah.
What's that like? Have you ever been?
I've ever been? No, I don't think I've never been to one. I've been to.
Gotta be mid.
There's them because it's it's way more popular to have girls bars, which are just bars where I guess attractive looking girls.
So
will
is the
talk to you.
Muscle Girls bar like, would that fit under that category or is that different?
That would that one's that's so a typical girls bar works is that you rock up and they'll say like, hey, this is the price for an hour, and that includes the drinks. So it'll be like $60 for an hour, but then you get all you can drink in that time. And the idea is that this was to talk to you and kind of interact with you and flirt with you and make you, they'll be like, wow, Hasan, so beautiful. You're so attractive. But they probably would say that to you there.
Son gets that for free, though.
Yeah, he gets that for free.
Yeah, I
Gets
was
it for
gonna
free.
say this.
Why would he?
But let's say you're a 55-year-old man.
Let's say you're
You-
me. Then
Oh
you'd have
yeah,
to.
fuck
yeah.
off, fuck
a
off.
person
You
that girls
probably have to.
certainly don't say that about.
Exactly.
You chose yourself.
So if I was feeling like,
No,
how do you
no.
end up in this place? Like,
I'll send you the
if
links
I'm
later.
just
I'll
feeling
hook-
really bad,
Insane that you're just saying this right now with a serious face.
if I'm just feeling
like
really
we
sad,
don't
and
know.
I'm like, man, I wish I felt cool.
God.
is that the feeling like people go in
I
with,
guess so.
or-
Yeah. I mean,
They
these
just
are,
gas you up.
I guess
Yeah,
neither of you
they
guys
gas you up,
understand.
right?
No, I'm kidding. Neither of the Jigga Chads here understand. But
yeah, Connor doesn't get it either.
he definitely doesn't. He's the Rizzler.
Yeah.
I've heard it. The Rizzler.
He has white boy swag. We've already established that.
I
No,
still
no,
don't know
okay.
what that means.
Okay,
know
think,
either.
think about it. Like you are a 55, 60-year-old Japanese man, right? You have like 2 kids or 1 because you're in Japan probably. You
have kids and you're going to-
maybe you hate your job.
I think that's
Is that
literally
not
the clientele.
weird? Is that not weird?
No,
I
I
feel
think
like if
that's-
I was married with kids.
No, that's
No,
totally
you are
normal.
describing the target market
That's-
for
yeah,
someone who
yeah.
would probably
So
purchase
if
these
you're,
services.
if you're married with kids, you go to these bars and pay for
a
that.
girl to just talk to you. And again, this is nothing sexual as well. Like
Okay.
these are very common bars.
They just
That-
like gas you up, right?
yeah, it's they're honestly like.
and
I
you can
think-
talk to them about your problems and stuff. It's basically
Wait, what?
Maybe
Is
I haven't done that.
is
No,
what
this is what
happens?
like everything I've read up on this, and I've done certainly a lot of reading on this because I think it's fascinating considering the long history of it.
Yeah, I
And,
mean
like,
it's very ingrained in the culture to have
Yeah.
this kind of stuff you can purchase. And
like
go
I'll
to.
give you guys a crazy example of this. In the Netherlands, the government subsidizes sex work where as a social good, you can offer your sex work services to someone who is disabled. And the government literally gives people who are disabled money to be able to like hire sex workers.
For what purpose?
I don't know what the exact terminology is, but basically if you have like a disability, like you're paraplegic or you have like some kind of even like PTSD and different kinds of like chronic mental disorders, like
Yeah.
you can literally hire sex workers who are willing and able to, consensually do this sort of thing, and the government actually subsidizes it. Like they give you money for it.
Okay.
When that's and that's an insane concept to think about from where we're standing, because you're like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
that's
definitely
wild.
Yeah, it
just
definitely
float?
sounds
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it sounds crazy, but like when it becomes so ingrained in the culture that like it is seen as yet another service that you can purchase. And a lot of people find that to be distasteful or they get angry at it. And it's like hard to even comprehend for many. And I'm fascinated by it personally. I think that that's like.
So you would try it out if you were there.
I mean, I did go there, and I did.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
mean,
mean,
this is
I
like-
did
this is
go.
like
I did go to
the-
the Netherlands. I didn't try it out because like I don't see it as it's not for me. I totally understand people and why they would do it. I have been to brothels before. Like I said, I dated a sex worker. I've dated sex workers, and I get it, but I don't personally. I don't
think it sounds a little weird for me too.
It's just not
Not
for
th-
me. But
yeah,
I'm not.
yeah,
but I'm not
same,
in the
man.
business of being like, oh, dude, you can't do it either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
Especially if people are consenting to do it.
there's like a tailor level for everything you want here. Like if you want more intense floatiness and potentially more, then you can go to like a host or a hostess club, and that's typically a lot more flirting. Whereas the girls' bars are just more chatting. It's a lot more chill than it sounds. It just sounds kind of scummy. It's a girls' bar. Oh, it's a girls' bar.
Yeah.
Kind of does.
But it's
Kinda
fine.
does.
It's just a bar and it's chill.
How common are there? Like,
Oh, everywhere. There's so
like
many.
would
of them.
we be like? Would we just walk to one or something? Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
that close.
Okay,
Yeah,
Sykkuno,
just
you're
all
now
over.
asking like you want to try it
Yeah.
out.
Oh no, I don't want to. I'm trying to
You're-
figure out how
He's like-
prevalent it is.
He's like,
you're like
accidentally,
Roppongi
I
is
don't
like
want
the
to.
home.
Yeah, he's like,
No, no.
accidentally, I don't
I
want
just
to
mean like
walk
how
into
common
one.
it like are
Very.
there more of them than like Starbucks or something or like?
Yes.
I feel like the fact that you even think about it is already like surprising to
Yeah, I
me.
mean, there'll be areas where it's like hundreds within like a 2-minute walk.
That's kind of, I mean, that's
Okay.
cool from a fascination perspective. Like, I do find that fascinating. Like, the red light district was, I would definitely put it as like a very interesting experience in Amsterdam where you're walking and there are windows full of sex workers.
That's kind of crazy.
And there's light
Okay.
designation. Not a lot of male sex workers there, but there are some trans sex workers, for example, that have like a different color. And they're just, waiting on the window. And then someone hires them for like 15 minutes or whatever. They fuck and then they clean it up. And then, the guy walks out. Next
Just
person
go back in the window.
which is so streamlined and so crazy for me, like looking at it from the outside. But,
Yeah.
it is just, it's part of the culture.
Yeah. I mean, I think more regulation is never a bad thing. Make it safer for everyone involved.
Yeah.
But obviously, that'll never happen here. They're too conservative.
Bro, they won't even fucking. Oh my god! They won't even fucking uncensor the pussies and penises in Jav, dude. It's fucking. I don't even like Jav.
What does that even mean?
Japanese adult video.
It's all blurred.
Okay.
It's all blurred. All the penises and vaginas are blurred in Jav. Japanese adult video. It's really funny because like it's one of those things where like no one's gonna step up and be like, we should uncensor this. You know what I mean? Who the fuck is gonna be the politician to be like, I'm running on uncensoring the dicks
that would
and
be-
pussies in Jav. But like I feel like everyone universally would be like, yeah, no, that's actually a good idea, but no one will come out and say that they should do that. I gotta come here and
Stuff doesn't change. in
I want
Japan.
to come here and talk to like the politicians. Be like, listen, this is what it's called, an earmark. Okay, you just secretly add that into a
Slip it into
tangential
another bill, yeah.
in a larger comprehensive like anti-censorship bill, right? And then you put that in there sneakily, and then you let it slide that way. Boom! All of a sudden,
Don't they do that?
I feel like they have bigger laws they need to fix. Bigger, they have a lot more problems.
That's
I think
the
they
one
got.
Hasan's.
Yeah.
That'll change his life the most.
There's some other stuff they got. Like there's no dual custody laws in Japan.
What does that mean?
Like if you divorce,
Oh, like for kids?
you can't. One person gets to have it.
Oh.
Why am I saying it?
So
The
one
baby.
person just gets smoked.
One person just gets to
the child.
Yeah.
That's insane.
There's also
There's no joint custody.
no dual custody.
What
laws
the
in Japan.
fuck? That's wild.
There's no you can't have dual citizenship. So if you are raised in Japan, if you can't hold two passports. If you have a Japanese passport, you're legally not supposed to have another passport.
So it's illegal for you to have like a different passport if you're a Japanese citizen.
Yeah. You're supposed to give up one or the other. Which is also a really odd law that is very Japanese.
Very xenophobic.
Yeah. Also, if if two foreigners have a baby in Japan and the baby can't get Japanese citizenship, even if it's born and raised here, because none of the parents are Japanese.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Whereas in America, it's to my understanding, it's if you're born on American soil, you
you're
get
born-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're born in
And in
America,
most
you get
countries have
Just
a
like
similar
me,
kind of-
baby.
Wait, what?
I'm anchor baby for life. Let's go.
Is that what it's
But it
called?
makes sense, right? Because you could.
Yeah.
It seems fucked up to have like if you could raise a whole kid here, it could be speak the most fluent
yeah, like
Japanese,
if you
be
were
as
born
Japanese
here,
as it can get,
lived
and
here
then they're
your
like,
whole
yeah,
life.
no,
The
sorry, man.
Japanese do not like white boy swag, is what we learned.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. Not
Which
like
is
white
funny
voice,
to
right?
think because, like, you know, it would genuinely improve the birth rates
No, for sure.
if they.
What does this mean? What do you mean?
Japan has a legitimate.
Oh, no, I know they have a low birth rate.
They have a
how
very
does
big
white
problem.
boy swag fix that?
It's
If they
not me.
if they made it so that the restrictions on what it means to be like how difficult it is to become a Japanese citizen, that is an automatic way to immediately improve your birth rates and also immediately, improve your population age,
Yeah.
like your median age, because
They
Japan has
have
a
the
very
high
old.
median.
Oh, it's
yeah,
super
Yeah, they
old.
have a very old population, which is normal. Like, I mean, that's literally a consequence of like being an overdeveloped country, right? But for example, a country like America has been able to, avoid that by having a lot more immigration into the country and having way less restrictions, even though there are plenty of restrictions in America too. Less than Japan, certainly. Japan is one of the more restrictive countries on the planet.
There's a lot of tension though between the elderly population and the young population here.
Yeah.
A lot of young people are unhappy because it's like you if you're born into Japan right now, right? Like your prospects are not that great. Like the economy sucks.
Just like in the U.S., where you'll never buy a house in LA.
Yeah, right. You
Unless you're a
definitely
son.
can't afford a house.
like
Your
buying
job
a house is
prospects are
crazy.
right. Your job prospects suck, and then also you have to pay so much welfare and taxes for the sheer amount of elderly people.
Oh, because
that are
they're
here.
being taken care of by the.
So they gotta be taken care of somehow, and so it's kind of like you don't really feel like you have a fair shot. There's this guy, I can't remember what he's called. A friend of mine was here, and he's a journalist, and he was like, "Hey, do you know this guy?" And he linked me to this guy on Twitter who had 500,000 followers.
Okay.
And one of the most famous things that he proposed was euthanizing old people.
Are you kidding me? I was just pulling it up.
Oh, that guy?
I'm
Yeah.
pulling it up right now. A Yale professor. Yes.
And
This
this is like-
happened.
this
This
is
happened
like a-
this past week. This is literally one of the talking points that I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, this
Which is so
like a
funny that you
very-
mentioned it.
Right.
And it's really weird because everyone, like a lot of people in Japan know this guy, and he's quite
This is a
respected.
Yale
support
professor.
this. People
His name
support
is
this.
Yusuke Narita, and he
Oh, he's
is
Japanese. Is
He's
he
Japanese, but he lives in the US.
He lives in the
Okay.
U.S. He's a Yale professor, and he suggested mass suicide for old people in Japan. The article is so funny because the title is "A Yale Professor Suggested Mass Suicide for Old People in Japan." What did he mean? Like they were like,
Yeah.
"Why did they let him cook?"
I feel like it sounds crazy.
He's very popular.
Yeah,
Very popular.
Yeah, you mentioned. Yeah, it sounds crazy though.
Well, I think that just goes to speak to like how annoyed young people are here with just feeling that like, man, it just feels like there's no hope. Like,
apparently
Oh, yeah,
he
for sure. I
he
mean-
faced fierce backlash, and he walked back some of his comments.
I'm not surprised.
So this actually is a problem in France as well. Well, it's not a problem per se, but it's seen as a problem because the economy under capitalism is considered a zero-sum game. So like if someone is like taking up all the resources and
Someone's
not a
losing,
productive
yeah.
force anymore, the other people that are productive with less job opportunities are seen as taking on the shittier end of the bargain. So which is why in France they want to increase the retirement age to
Right.
I believe 75, and that has caused a lot of chaos in France where like people are fucking burning down streets and shit.
Yeah.
Understandably.
Wait, so they want it to be lower or
Well,
higher?
yeah, they wanted to keep it at 65.
I mean, like, yeah.
Where they're like, I don't want to fucking work till I'm 75. It's bullshit.
Oh,
you know?
that's true.
Same in Japan as well. They're trying to raise it because people just don't die. And
Yeah.
it's really, I mean,
But
So
people
there's
are
a
also
lot of
like,
people who are above like 65.
yeah.
Oh.
They're just not going to work for the next like 20 years.
yeah, but people generally, even though they can retire, a lot of people won't. They'll still keep working. I think there's a lot of pride in working in Japan.
And you might get bored.
And yeah, and you might get bored, right? And more often than not, you don't have as many relatives because a lot of the people move, or especially if you're in the countryside.
Birth rate going down.
Yeah, yeah. And like a lot of schools have shut. A lot of schools have to join, have to make one mega school for like all the schools that have shut down. It's really sad. And then you have those like scarecrow villages You seen those things?
No. What's
No, what
a
is that?
scarecrow
That's where they
village?
there's a few of them in Japan, which is weird that there's a few of them. Basically, because the depopulation is so bad, the locals are like, right, let's do something. And so their solution was to make scarecrows of people and just plant them all around the village.
Why? To make it seem like
Make
someone
it
lives
seem
there?
like it's a bustling
yeah,
village.
But
That's psychotic
yeah.
behavior, man.
And
Actually crazy.
I think it has the inverse effect where it just makes it creepier. And I asked a guy
Yeah.
who lived right next to one. I was like, "What do you think about that scarecrow village right there?" He was like, "Dude, it's fucking weird.
Yeah,
that's
that's-
weird that that's right there. It's
Sounds
not a
really
good solution."
weird. That
So people
sounds
live
really
in the
weird.
scarecrow villages still.
They live in them, yeah, and they'll just be
Do
scarecrows
they
of
talk
kids.
to the scarecrows? I'll be like, "Hey,
I
Bob,
don't know. I
how's
don't
it
know.
going
They'll
again?"
have like little kids modeled in scarecrows, and they'll have full
How
adults.
realistic are the like? Are they
like a
very
scarecrow.
realistic scarecrows or like
Just a scarecrow.
I feel
fiddle
like
sticks from League of Legends kind of
Well,
scarecrow?
yeah,
Or
yeah,
like,
yeah. It's a scarecrow, so it's just a bunch of rags, and they put
okay,
clothes
so it's
on
not
it.
very realistic. It's
No,
like,
but they put clothes on them and they draw faces. And
so like from behind, you might actually think it's a person. Like
if
just
you're really
'cause the
far away,
clothes and
yeah, if you're really
stuff
far
and-
away,
rural areas depopulating, everyone moving into cities, the younger generation having less job opportunities, older people not dying out as they
Yeah.
normally would, and continuing to be a burden, I guess, on the
Why do you say it
social
like that?
welfare system.
You
I don't
really
consider
emphasize
that,
that.
by the way. I don't think that that's the case. Is literally a byproduct of a capitalist organization of the economy, where your productivity is the most important asset. Like your contribution to the productive forces is like literally the most important part of your existence, which is really interesting. And there's really no solution to it, which is why you see in a place like Japan where capitalism is on like super drive,
yeah,
you have people coming out with these incredible ideas,
Yeah.
such as, why don't we just kill a bunch of old people? Like, hey, old people, you guys should all kill yourselves.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah, it's
instead
pretty
of
fucked.
like reorganizing the economy in a way that like it's more need based.
It's hard because Japan is just a country where it's very hard to change things.
Yeah.
It is just so.
But there's some
hard.
good. Like the cleanliness aspect is unironically a byproduct of Japanese culture.
No, for
Like,
sure,
you
for sure.
clean your own space when you're done with it.
Yeah.
That is actually a very collective understanding, a collectivist understanding. I would go so far as to say like some of the nationalistic sentiment is still a sense of pride.
Yeah.
And a sense of like contributing to your community is still very much a collectivistic understanding.
For sure.
And all of that have, I think, been very positive aspects of Japanese culture that has remained in the face of like all the things that you see under a capitalist organization in the economy, like the Panko factory. Going back to the Paolo
You
video,
fucking love this panko.
I fucking love Paolo.
Why do you
dude.
like this Panko factory so
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was trying to get Paolo on the podcast. I couldn't, so that's why you're here.
I believe it. I believe it, man. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're the guy who answers
I just
your-
wanted to
your
come and look at my
sporadic DMs.
bathrooms. But he
is
turned it on,
It is
but
on.
I think it turned off
I
again.
think it's just so slow.
Oh yeah,
This is what happens when you get a fancy ass house.
yeah. This house
Fancy
is.
controls. You got controls in calligraphy.
Oh, it's fucking
Oh.
talking to you. Uh-oh.
Wait, what did you press?
Also, how many hours are we at? We're at 1 hour and 2 minutes. Oh, let's we'll move on to the paywall portion then.
how long's the paywall portion? 30?
Just not that long. It's like 45 minutes
Okay.
or so. Why you want to leave?
No, I'm just wondering.
You're trying to fucking get
I was
out
like,
of
oh,
here.
jeez,
What are you
man,
doing
what the
later? Are we gonna
fuck?
hang out?
I can get dinner, but I got to work later as well. I think I might have to stream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm behind.
I'll come on your stream.
No, I don't know what to do there. I got to figure out what I want to do.
No. Oh, are you leaving?
Huh?
Are you gonna leave?
No, you said we're saying bye for the.
Oh no, yeah. Here, we'll cut this and then come back in here. Okay, well, I believe that will be it for the non-paywall proportion of the broadcast of the Fear and podcast.
Thank you.
If you want to check out the exclusive paywall content where I will force Connor to eat things that are unimaginable, that
Sandwich?
he doesn't.
Why? Why am I doing this? Why am I eating things?
I owe you a basis. You know, I'll eat some shit that you don't
You're
want.
gonna be my little piggy in a few days.
Yeah, I'll wait for you.
Son, smoke all this shisha.
Yeah, you can slut me out. But yes, if you want to check that out, you got to go to patreon.com/fearand. And we will continue this conversation behind the paywall. Thank you so much, Connor, Sykkuno. What do you guys want to plug?
Twitch.tv/CDAWGVA, I guess. Go check it out. Trash Taste Podcast.
YouTube.com/CDAWGVA.
That too. That one too.
Yeah, youtube.com/CDAWGVA. Let's go. Sykkuno, what about you? Where can people find you? What do you want to plug?
Well, since I'm contracted by YouTube now,
Right.
only YouTube Sykkuno.
Okay.
All right, there we go. And we'll see you next time. Wait, hold on. Before we end it, what do we say? It's bye-bye? How do we say bye in Japanese?
You can say matane.
Matane.
Matane. Did you just do a peace sign?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, let's